This video was made possible by the EA Creator Network. Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today, we are working on a brand new build with the Crystal Creation Stuff Pack. Thank you to EA and the EA Creator Network for giving me access to an early access game code and letting me check this out and share it with all of you guys. So I cannot wait to get into it and let you guys know my thoughts about the items and mostly to build by. I have not looked at Create a Sim at all, so don't ask me. But I know there's some items in there as well. But we are going to talk about that in a little bit because first off, we are prepping this build because I don't have the pack in the game as of right now, what you're seeing. I'm just getting the build ready, you know, because a girl's got to prep because a girl is busy. So busy sometimes. But I'm so glad I actually had the time and got this out for you guys. So I'm super, super excited to hear what you guys think of the build. It's super cute. We're here in Glimmerbrook. Yes, that's the name of the world. I was literally looking for a lot in Windenburg, let me tell you. And I said, wait, I feel like I've been in Windenburg a ton recently. And I've built there often, a lot of times. But, yeah, I was like, no, we gotta go somewhere else. We need to switch it up for my sanity and for yours. So it's been a while since we've been here in Glimmerbrook. This is the world that comes with Realm of Magic. So I thought it was pretty fitting for the theme of this stuff pack. Hopefully you guys agree. Anyway, I also hope you guys stick around for just a little bit in this video because I am going to share with you guys a opportunity and let you know how you can enter for a chance to win your own copy of the Crystal Creation Stuff Pack. The shape of this build is pretty much together and complete, so now we're just going to add all of the fun little details and touches. I will say I was inspired by a picture I've seen on Pinterest, but honestly, when am I not? Let me see if I can actually pull that up and put it on the screen for you guys. Here it is. I was really inspired by the greenery and kind of the wood earth tones, but it's also kind of soft and a little magical looking. So I really like this and I really like how it turned out. I think I did it justice, but you guys can let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. But I knew that when the Crystal Creation Stuff Pack was announced that I needed to build something magical-esque. I mean, one, you're dealing with crystals and these crystals have magical properties. They can help your mood and all of that cool stuff. Now don't quote me completely, but I'm just going off of the trailer. I haven't actually played any of the gameplay yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, who knows. Anyway, but I thought, one, being here in Glimmerbrook was important, but also that the build needed to feel magical as well. So we definitely lean into, I think I keep some of the Castle Estate Kit items, but I might not. I do have these columns here now, but I'm pretty sure I changed them. I think I might keep them, actually. I don't know. We'll find out together. Even though I like literally just built this over the course of a couple of days, I cannot remember for the life of me. Here I am struggling to pick a door. I did not like the Realm of Magic door at first, but it was actually the best option. I find myself struggling with front doors like this a lot, actually, and I kind of wished we had some more options. And we have a lot of options, and we have a lot of good ones. Like, I don't want to complain too much, but sometimes I wish there was, I don't know, a little more, you know, but that's just me. So here we are going to add some windows and things, but what else was I talking about? Oh, other packs that I feel like go really well with this new stuff pack. One, the Castle Estate Kit, mentioned that already. to Realm of Magic. Clearly we are here in this world right now, and paranormal stuff pack actually really goes well with some of the furniture items. And yeah, I think it's a very good pack, this Crystal Creations one. But let me save that a little bit for later when we actually get into the interior, where we can finally take a look at some of these items and I can tell you about my favorites. Anyway, we are adding some shutters here from the Horse Ranch pack and this awning. I think that awning came from For Rent, and that one actually has a lot of cool swatches. So I have actually enjoyed using them. I don't think you've seen all of the builds I've used them for so far, because I actually have like 3 when you count this one or exclude this one because it's not a work in progress anymore. I have 3 builds currently in progress. So yay, stay tuned, and I'm really happy with them. I feel like I go through phases, and I think I talk about this, where I just like can crunch out some builds, and then other times where it's a little more slow moving. Maybe you guys can relate too. But now we are pretty much happy with some of the exterior details on the build as far as windows and shutters and stuff. I do add some debug wood planks to the roof here in front to kind of give it a little more oomph, a little more detail. But right now we're working on terrain paint, and I'm going through the debug menu because, and I'll say it again, the debug menu is perfect for your landscaping needs. Literally anything you want is in there. You've got fences that you can pretty much, with the move objects, cheat on. You can get right up to the edge of the lot. If you do fences or walling with just the game tools, you can't do that. You can't build to the like line, you know, that white line around the lot, that thing. Yeah. Okay. Please excuse me. There are going to be moments of this video where I'm very rambly and you're going to be like, Symtherin, get some sleep. But no, it is 11 p.m. and I wanted to make sure I had this ready because tomorrow I have to work and I won't be able to get it ready. And I want to post it and share it with you guys because I'm just that excited. So it's okay. I'll be okay. I'll get lots of coffee tomorrow for sure. I do change the columns. Yep, I did not stick with those. I think those are from Cottage Living, which I think fit a little better. They're not as bulky. So a lot of the items from the Castle Estate kit are really bulky, as they should be, because that's just kind of the castle-esque vibe and obviously the architecture. But we opted out of those columns and we're switching it up, but we're getting some fencing. I have a stone path leading to the front stairs. Well, there's 2 sets of front stairs, so I don't know, I thought that was cute in the inspiration picture, so I wanted to do it. But we also have a back door with some stairs as well. Yeah, so lots of ways to get into this build, even though there's only one front door. But anyway, we have this stone path leading to one stair. Then we have the flat garden path stones from the debug menu, kind of connecting these other 2 stone paths. You may have like seen that actually in my in the inspiration picture I found, because that was a big like eye catcher to me that I wanted to make sure I had. And yeah, now we're just looking for more debug items. But we do have a little backyard. There's no path like leading to it from the front, although you can get there, you know, without going through the house. It's not like, it's fenced in, but it's open because I don't have like a gate or anything, if that makes sense. So there's that. Anyway, here in the trailer for the Crystal Creation stuff pack, they showed a build where they utilized half walls and fences like this, and that really stuck with me. I feel like I've seen other simmers do it before, but I was like, you know, I've never actually done that trick, so I want to try it for this one because it was right there. I mean, how could I not? But we are using a lot of these debug bushes, sorry, which I have been using a lot. There's one in Horse Ranch, and I think there's a base game version of it, or there might be a different, or Cottage Living. There's a couple of different versions of it depending on what pack you have, but which is pretty common for debug items, to be honest, because debug items are just like items that you would see out in the world. So that's that. But I've been loving these bushes a lot, so you're going to be seeing them in a lot of builds. It might have actually made a big appearance in my last build too, if I'm remembering correctly. But I love them. They're just so fluffy and realistic. But the landscaping is pretty much coming together now. I'm going to add some fairy lights to kind of add to the magical touch of things. But that's pretty much the exterior of the build. And pretty soon, in just a little bit, we are going to go into the interior. So I can't wait to show you guys that. But first, we are going to have to talk about my big announcement and your chance to win the Crystal Creation Stuff Pack. Thanks to the EA Creator Network, I have one EA app game code to give away to a lucky random winner. All you have to do is like this video, comment down below, make sure you say something about crystals. You can say, "Crystal, hi," or "I'm gonna make so many crystal necklaces," whatever, it's up to you. But that's all you have to do. Subscribing is optional, but it's always appreciated, and I will be announcing the winner on the community tab here on my YouTube channel on January 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Best of luck to all of you. This is so exciting. Anyway, okay, onto the interior. We are now gonna figure out the layout because I wish I had figured it out before the stuff pack, like before I got my game code, because then I was like, what am I doing? I don't even know. Because I knew we weren't getting kitchen items or bathroom items, and I could have very easily planned those out. But you know, it is what it is. Lesson learned. However, here I am starting to pull out some of the items. Obviously, we had to make sure we get this jewelry making table. So it's pretty similar, like the woodworking table, the flower arranging table. What other kind of I feel like there's so many tables we have. Archaeology is one, but similar to all of those. And the swatches on this are just top tier, and the textures are amazing. But I want to talk about these shelves because they're my new favorite item. Okay, so when I first saw the trailer, I instantly saw the bookshelves, and the bookshelves have we have two options, one with a built-in ladder, one without. So they're super cute, and I do love those. I really do. But these shelves, I already have a ton of ideas and know I'm gonna get a ton of uses out of them. They're so cute and tiny. And yet they're tiny, but I feel like they're so traditional too. I just can't wait to use them in a lot of stuff. So I'm very excited. But here we are working on the kitchen, and I don't know why, but literally the night before me finishing up this build, I was thinking of the build and what I want to do on the interior, and I could not get these vampire cabinets and counters out of my darn head. I was like, they have a very nice green swatch. I want to use those. And at first I was like, no, I don't know. Let's do Horse Ranch, or let's do Cottage Living, or Country Kitchen Kit. And I was like, I can't. I need to use the vampire items. I just felt like they fit so good. And I mean, yeah, they fit pretty well, actually, in my opinion. And I definitely wanted to kind of split up the space a little bit, because this home's pretty open concept. Because I think if I added walls, it would have been really squished. It could happen. And here I am using that shelf again because I love it, but this time in the green swatch because it has so many good swatches. The items for this pack have swatches that actually match each other, which is super great, but they also match a lot of the items from like Realm of Magic and vampires, paranormal, like any kind of occult thing. I feel like you can make the swatches work together pretty easily. But anyway, the kitchen has pretty much come together now. I had that little bump out nook that I could have closed off, but I ended up using it as like, I imagine it as pantry storage, just, you know, that's where you can put your snacks, or maybe this sim puts crystal stuff in there. I don't know. Like, it's up to you. But we are clearly leaning into the blues and the greens, and if this footage is a little choppy, like, that's because I had to keep, like, stop recording and then come back to it. So, funny story, and I was actually so terrified. I did not plan on, like, a thunderstorm and a hailstorm happening during me recording the rest of this video, but it happened. My two dogs are completely terrified of storms, so we had to deal with that. And then the hail started, and then my boyfriend's like, "Oh no, the car!" And I was like, "Well, there's nothing we can do now." But I think everything's good. He went to check. He would have told me if something was wrong. It's long over now, but yeah, that was fun. A nice little hailstorm, and then I ran back and I was like, "Oh, I need to save my build. I don't want to lose it if I lose power," because I would have been so mad. Anyway, let's talk more about these items. This couch. Oh my god. I did not really notice it in the trailer. I think I was so focused on that bookcase. But it's got such a nice texture. Like, I'm going to use that couch. It is our only couch, and it is a love seater, but I'm not mad. I am not mad at that. So, I feel like we have a lot of 3-seat couches, but whenever I need, like, a 2-seater or a love seat, I tend to struggle with the options we have sometimes, because I'm like, I wish this 3-seater was in a 2-seater, and I'm like, it's so annoying. But we've got one, and I think I'm going to use this a lot. Again, it comes in so many swatches. I love this rolling, like, wooden chair, because it reminds me of the dining chairs from Cats and Dogs and Horse Ranch, which are two of the chairs that I absolutely love and use all the time. I literally use them in the dining room of this build too. I think those are from Horse Ranch. Like, for me, they're just so nostalgic and common, at least in my life. I mean, I feel like every house I've been to growing up had those chairs. Like, my grandparents had them, my parents had chairs similar. Like, it's just so, like, it's a classic. It's a staple. So I tend to put those into my builds a lot. But here, I'm trying to figure out, I wanted, like, some kind of clutter around this door or some wall art. I almost went with these curtains, but they clashed with these other, like, curtains from high school years. But I remembered this paranormal painting, like, gallery wall thing, and I used that. Added some Realm of Magic items to it, like that dragonfly light. It felt like goes so well with a build like this. It was so well. These items were so well done. But I like this little accent table that I've got the TV sitting on. That is super cute. What else do I add? I decided that the sim should have a cat. I was like, I had all this space. So you're not going to see me put down a litter box, but I promise I did put down a litter box. Also, at the time of me recording this video, I could not upload this to the gallery yet. As you guys know, I like to upload these builds right away as soon as I'm done, because, you know, I'm very forgetful and I will forget. But I have not done it, and by the time you're seeing this video, I probably haven't either, because I'm not at my computer because I'm at work, and we have to pretty much wait for a certain time to share these things, so it's not up on the gallery just yet, but it will be pretty soon, I promise. So if you guys are looking for it at any point, please yell at me in the comments down below. I will put it up there. It is play tested. I actually did it for once all the important things are accessible. So you can eat, sleep, use the bathroom, clean, make jewelry. You're all good. Anyway, here you'll see that part of the wood floor is missing. I don't know when that happened. And then see, I kept getting a system error, so I gave up. But eventually I went back and I went into live mode with a sim to take the tour and stuff. So I ended up going back in the build mode to see if it happened or worked again, and it worked. So it's all fixed. Crisis averted. I was so mad. Anyway, I love this bathroom. I loved pairing this tile, which is that from high school. I think that's from the high school years pack. And then the floor tile, so that's the wall tile. The floor tile is base game. And I was like, whoa, I love this green and yellow kind of vibe going on in here. And this is such a big bathroom, which I don't always do. I feel like a lot of my bathrooms are pretty squishy. But because we had enough room, I didn't want there to just be a bathtub. I wanted your Sims to also have the option for a shower. So I kind of hide it here in this little nook by adding a wall, which I like that. I like that idea. And I put the Blooming Rooms plant light thing there because I thought that was cute. Anyway, here we are figuring out the sink part. I thought about removing this diagonal wall, but I kind of liked the shape of the bathroom it gave. So I squeezed in this sink from That's the For Rent pack. I thought it fit with the tile and everything, so super cute. And we're just adding a little bit of clutter. The bedroom is next, and that is probably my favorite space. I used the wallpaper that came with this stuff pack. How gorgeous is it? Of course I had to go with the green one, right? For my first one. I mean, green was pretty predominant during the interior on the first floor. So there's that. But here I'm trying to figure out something funky with this shelf, but gave up. The cats and dogs bed here is definitely a big prominent feature. I liked bringing in like more of that purpley blue to go with this green, and I don't know, it was so fun. So we got our blacks, our blues, our greens, and this wallpaper actually has like a ton of great swatches. So I almost thought about doing like a build by overview. So if that's something you guys want to see from me in the future and you'd be interested, let me know and I might consider it again for another pack in the future. I just didn't know if I would have time for it, but maybe if that ever happens and I do have time for an overview, maybe I can, maybe do that instead of a speed build. I don't know. You guys let me know. You let me know what you guys want, and I will do my best to give it to you. Anyway, here we are. We picked out a rug. I picked out this dresser from Parenthood. I really like the black and brown top of that. We're going to put some clutter there. I'm figuring this all out and ended up mix matching some of the, well, not some of the end tables, the two end tables for the bed with the one from the new pack and this little trunk-ish thing from Paranormal. Okay, I am very getting rambly, and that did not even make sense. That wasn't even English. I'm so sorry. We are almost there to the end. This is our last room, and then we add some things out in the exterior in the yards, like you get a sales table. We have a few of those from like Jungle Adventure and Eco Lifestyle, but this one's like for the jewelry, I guess. So I put one of those out there, and we have a charging moonstone thing where I think you put your crystals on to charge them so that they can then give your sim some special effects and things. So that is in the front yard as well. We're also going to pull out a vanity table here. And this is mostly why I wanted to play test this build a little bit, because I wasn't sure if this ladder would work to get to the bed, but it worked. She got up there okay. She actually did it herself because we loaded into the lot and it was a thunderstorm and she wanted to go hide under the covers. So I said, "Oh, thank you for playtesting this room for me. You're the best." Anyway, yeah, let me stop rambling. Thanks again to EA and the EA Creator Network for giving me access to an early access game code for the Crystal Creation Stuff Pack. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. If you did, please consider doing all the fun things like liking, subscribing, comment down below to, enter the giveaway for the Stuff Pack. I am so excited to give that opportunity to you guys too and kind of give back to this little community because you guys are so supportive and it's awesome. I couldn't believe it. But yep. Anyway, that's it. That's a wrap. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.